What's up, YouTube? Hope everyone's having a good Sunday. So this is the video I said I was going to bring the other day, but I forgot to do it. This is going to be my top 10 games I played this 7th generation from 2005 to 2013. And this is going to be a quick video because I honestly don't feel like going into whole detail about the games that I love because it would take too long. So basically, these are just 10 games that I felt that just stood out among the rest that had a huge impact on my life as a gamer. So here we go. Number one on our list, and this is pretty much any order. It's not from least to greatest or whatever. It's just random order. Now the first one on my list is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, which is my favorite Call of Duty game to date. And it kept the same games. It kept the formula is still the same, but to me, Call of Duty died after Blackouts, but COD 4 remains my favorite out of all of them. Next up on the list is the Mass Effect trilogy. Now, some people say 3 was the worst game in the series because of the ending. Honestly, the only problem I had with that game was the ending, but nevertheless, it was a good game. I'm not gonna bash the game as a whole because it ended well. I mean, I played plenty of games that didn't have a good ending, but I didn't bash it. So, up next is Condemned Criminal Origins, which I think came out in February 2006. It was one of the early titles of the Xbox 360 when it first came out. Pretty much to sum it up, you're an agent who's framed for murder, and it's up to you to find them, but you use the environment as your weapon. Like, you pull off metal pipes, crowbars, wooden planks, anything you do to defend yourself against, crazed hobos and thugs and assailants that are trying to kill you throughout the story as you hunt for him. Interesting plot. For those of you who don't know what Criminal Origins is, just look it up, and I would suggest buying the game. You'll like it. Up next is Skyrim, simply because, I really like the Fallout series, and believe it or not, Skyrim was my first Elder Scrolls game. But when I played it, I just immediately fell in love with it. Like, that immersion into the game, the story, the graphics, having the freedom to just go wherever you want and do whatever you want. That's why I love That's why I love the game so much. Sorry about my coughing. This is live action, so just have to bear with it. Anyway, Left 4 Dead 2. Now, I really like the first Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead 2 improved the game in so many ways, such as with the introduction of new survivors, new melee weapons, a new variety of game modes, and recently, last year when the Coldstream DLC came out, you can get all the original Left 4 Dead maps and their DLC with this Coldstream, all for $15. Up next is Uncharted 2. Now, I played Uncharted 1, Uncharted 2, Uncharted 3. The reason why Uncharted 2 I like the most, because Uncharted 3 was essentially the same game as Uncharted 2, which is more updated graphics, and it kept the same graphics, the same gameplay, the same style, the same. Uncharted 2, it was a huge improvement over the original Uncharted. It turns up everything. When I bought the game, I couldn't put the game down, so I beat it. So, up next is Final Fantasy 13 2. Now, I will admit, the original Final Fantasy 13, it was disappointing, but that was nowhere near a bad game as some, people are putting it out to be. I played the game, and it does have some good points to it. But was that game worth $60? No. Was that game worth $40? No. Is the game worth $20? Absolutely. But, moving on. Red Dead Redemption. Yet another great game that I played this generation. Battlefield 3. I really love the Battlefield. Battlefield 3 is actually my first, but I gotta say, once I started with Battlefield 3, I never went back to Call of Duty after that. It was just so entirely different. Now, granted, when I first popped in Battlefield 3, I was getting whooped match after match after match, but the more I played the game, I got better at it. And last is Super Mario Galaxy. Now I had all three systems this generation, 7th gen, PS3, Wii, and the 360. And as for the Wii, now I will admit the Wii, it did have an impressive library of games, such as, you know, Operation Rainfall. Like, I have The Last Story of Pandora's Tower, Xenoblade Chronicles. I'm still trying to get my hands on that. You know, the game's really hard to find. You know, you got the Metroid Prime trilogy, Twilight Princess, other games. But for me, I really enjoyed Super Mario Galaxy. To me, it felt like it felt to me like I was playing Super Mario 64 all over again. And for any of you who watched my previous videos, Super Mario 64 is the game that got me into gaming as a hobby. But these are my top games of 7th gen. You know, what are your top all-time favorite games that you played this generation? Let me know down in the comment section. And as a special announcement, for those of you who are in anime, I will be doing Sailor Moon anime review, with the new one that's supposed to come out between, you know, I think the end of this month, sometime in January. But I will do a review of each episode, and I'll try to like give out a critique to the best of my ability. But anyway, this is it for tonight, guys. I'll see you guys later. Rate, comment, subscribe, and always, you guys have a good day.